YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Mzchinchilla coming to you today with a new video. Now before I start this video, as you guys can see, I'm wearing my hair in a ponytail. I never do this style ever, but today I just wanted to do like of a slick back. So for today's video guys, I just wanted to do a story time video because I have a lot of exciting stories that I feel like the world needs to hear. So yeah, I'm coming to you today with another story time, and from you see from the title, you know what I'm about to talk about. Yes honey, I was with someone who got married while we were together. However, if you hear any sounds in the background, I live on the second floor and I live in New York, and you know people don't know how to be quiet. Plus I have the fan on because the heat is really hot, so I had to keep it on. So yeah, let's jump right into this video.
Hey, you get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it. Straight off the lot, 300 cash, and the car came with a blunt in it. Lil' mama a thot, and she got ass, and she gon' fuck up her
I made sure I didn't write anything down because I'm gonna freestyle this video and tell you guys exactly what happened. See, I have my water here, so if my mouth get dry, I can hydrate real quick because it's about to go down. So this whole situation happened in my 20s. At the time I was living in Jamaica, and I think I was like 21, 22 when this happened. So I met a really wealthy individual that lives in Jamaica through a friend of mine. What happened was that one day a friend that I used to go to college with, she called me up and she said, yo, I have a sister that's having a car wash. That sister is also a very popular person in Jamaica. I'm not gonna call any names, so I'm just gonna say S, okay? So she was like, my sister in S is having a car wash, a bikini car wash, and she needed girls. So at the time I was going to school and I was living at home with my parents, well not my parents, well my legal guardians, and I was really in need of anything because my parents was basically taking care of all of my finances. Anything I needed at that point was, you know, for my own satisfaction or my own little needs or wants and stuff like that. So she was like, the person is paying you $3,500. At that time, that was a lot of money for, you know, a student. So I was like, hell yeah, I will do it. Now mind you, when I was 21, well, everybody, when you were 21, you know, say your body ready, like your body is just at its prime. Like my body was legit flawless. At the time, I think that was in the Britney Spears era where I used to wear everything low rise. Nothing ever passed my waist. And I think that's why I'm having complications with stomach fat right now, because at that time I wore everything low rise. My belly button pierced, skin was flawless. Listen, your girl was like the right arm candy. Not that I'm saying anything changed, but when I was 21 I was just sitting right. Anyway, she called me up and she was like, my sister and she need girls because they're gonna have a bikini car wash, blah blah blah, and yeah, we need you to come through. So I was like, hell yeah. At the time I think she was paying us $3,500, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. So I jumped at the opportunity to do the whole car wash thing. So she introduced me to this female, I'm just gonna say S, her name is S. So she introduced me to S, and I went to the car wash. It kept on, what's that street called? If you live in Jamaica and you go to Wet Sundays, it kept on that road, but at the time they had like a different type of bar setting at the top of the street. I don't remember the name because it's been so long, but anyways, it kept on that street and a lot of top man were there. So you know, I got my little orange back bikini out. At the time shorty looked very good in her bikini, okay? And remember I said I used to always wear everything low rise. So I had on my little low rise bikini, my bikini top, and I shaved my whole body and I moisturized, and you know, I put on my little coconut oil, so I was glowing, okay? So yeah, we were there at the car wash. A couple cars came through, we washed cars, we took pictures, you know, stuff like that. So in the evening hours now, the girl that my friend introduced me to, the person who was having the car wash, we're gonna call her S, okay? So S was like, yo, after the car wash, we're going to have an after party. So if you want to, you can slide through. So I was like, why not? So I'm young, I'm single, I'm living, why not? And at the time, S was my ride home. So I could not say no, you get me? So I was staying over at her house that night, plus she was my ride home. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to this party. No, when we went to the party, it was one of those uptown settings. In Jamaica, you know, it's not about racism, it's about classism, rich and poor. And I went to one of those primitive uptown areas, nice house with pool and jacuzzi, all that jazz. So when we went there, I mean, there were a couple other girls there, and it was just a nice like a vibe, food, liquor, pool. You know, I went in the jacuzzi for a little bit, then I went in the pool. Never know so the pool was so fucking deep, and I almost drowned. Good thing I got PE class when me I got St. Hughes. So the little PE swimming lessons them finally pay off. Me end up never drowned. Everyone was there having a good time. Anybody who know me knows say, if I'm having a long day, as it touched 10 o'clock, I'm ready for sleep. So I got tired because I was drinking, I was partying, I was washing cars. I'm fucking tired. So I find myself a little poolside bench and lay down on the bench and just a chill. I fall asleep. I was wet. The blanket that I had over me, or the towel, was wet as well, but I fell asleep right there on that bench while everybody was there partying and having a good time. Now, it was mostly girls there, and I think it was like 2 or 3 guys. So I remember this guy coming over to me and saying to me, why are you in the pool? So I'm like, because I almost drowned and plus I'm tired. So he was like, well, you can go lay down in the house. So I'm like, I'm not gonna just go in people's houses and I don't even know whose house is this. He's like, it's my house. So I was like, oh, okay. He was just so genuine when he came up to me, and I appreciated that. And he was like, yo, you can go lie down in the house. And I said to him, my earring fell in the pool. He dove in the pool, got my earring, came out the pool and handed it to me. Then he took me to the inside of the house and put me in a nice comfortable bed, give me a nice blanket for wrap up in my wet clothes, and I was just laying there until it was time to leave. And that was very fucking nice of him. So I wasn't even thinking that he was interested in me. I was just thinking that, you know, a man see a girl and she wet and sleepy, he's just trying to be a gentleman. Anyways, I wake up in the night because S was ready to leave and she came and got me. So we left. Now I went home, and I think it was like a week after, S linked me up and was like, yo, my brethren, the owner of the house that we went to, he wants to take us out to lunch. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, are you rolling? So I was like, hell yeah. So anyways, I got dressed and I went. And when I went, it was like a nice little setting. We had lunch, and I think that day he was about to fly out. He was about to leave Jamaica. So we went back to his crib and we were just there talking, having conversations, drinking, hanging out, shit like that. And can you believe, I'm not ashamed to talk and say this, we ended up fucking. We ended up having sex that day. It's 2 Scorpios. The chemistry was high, and anybody who knows Scorpios already know this. Like, we are very spontaneous people. I'm young, I can do whatever the hell I want to do. So we ended up having sex that day. And I don't want to sound like a slut or anything, but he ended up giving me a whole lot of money. Okay? So I said to S, yo, you know that such and such, we're gonna call him G. I was like, yo, you know that such and such gave me some money. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, she was a fucking hater. She was like, Yo, let me tell you something about my friends. You see, if you're going to hang out with them, or they say come and hang out here or come and hang out there, you have to notify me first, because I don't want you to end up in any situations that you're uncomfortable with and blah 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 and this, that and the third. So I was like, okay, you know, because chicks, maybe she feel like I'm young, I'm naive, or maybe she was being protective too, because I guess she kind of liked me too, you get me, in a sense. So I never even read into it. I just know that she said that to me, and I just kept it pushing. Now when G came back, he kept hitting me up, he kept calling me, we kept conversing. At the time I didn't have a phone, that nigga bought me a phone, you know, we hung out a lot. He was buying me really expensive gifts. Him buying me the first Movado watch me ever wear in my life. And at the time I wasn't even in love or anything. It was just something new. It was something to embrace, because I had a really bad breakup. I think it was a year before I met him. So this was like a really nice feeling to know that someone actually cares enough to take care of you financially, especially you're a young girl and no man not do nothing for you. Hell yeah, you gotta jump at that opportunity. You get me? Me no shame for talk. And if you're a female out there and sweetheart, that love shit, it don't work. Okay? It don't work. Take it as me tell you right now. It no work. Let me get some water. My mouth dry. Anyways, after that now, the shorty that I was telling you about, S, I think she got jealous, so she started to talk crap about me behind my back. So the girl that introduced us, I think them did kick off. So she came back and told me everything that S was saying. And mind you, me and S used to still hang out, because we really just created a type of friendship that was cool. We used to party, we used to, you know, just hang out, and she drove, so we were all over the place. So Shorty was talking smack about me behind my back, and she and the other girl them kick off, and then everything came back to me. You know, I'm the type of female wherein that if you didn't tell me all of this while you guys were friends, and you're now coming to me with this because you guys had a dispute, then I'm going to pre you, because all along we not talk, and it is not just us was saying shit. You probably said shit too, but because you and the girl not really a click like that no more, and you see me and the girl a roll, you know, jealousy, I know you want to come between something, which she probably said what she said, but it's not even about what she said. It's about the principle of certain shit, and females don't understand girl code. You never spill tea when you and a bitch stop being friends. Anything a bitch said to you while you guys were friends, it's supposed to stay confidential. Never ever go out and talk smack about somebody because you and them aren't friends anymore. It doesn't work like that, okay? So anyways, that happened, and I heard what you said, and I hit up S, and I was like, yo, I heard you said this and that about me and the guy and blah blah blah. And she was like, yo, Ray, long story. We're not gonna even get into that, because that's not what the story is about. So after that whole incident, I said it to him, and he was like, they're just jealous, stuff like that. So we were just hanging out. We used to just do crazy shit together. We used to go on his boat together. Him would fly me to Negril. We would just go out there, chill, you know, for the weekend, come back home. Now I'm thinking this is my man, because we go to the strip clubs together. People are seeing us out together. I wasn't in love, but I thought we were actually building something, and this guy was actually coming up out of the pocket, doing shit for me that no one has, well, I wouldn't say no one has ever done, because I've never met a guy who hasn't done anything for me, but he was doing more than I was used to, let's put it that way, okay? So like I said, we used to go to the strip clubs, in the VIP section. If we go to the clubs, we're in the VIP section. Any party we go to, that's how we roll. We're always in the VIP section, stuff like that. And I'm not really an out there party person, but he started to like take me out of my shell. He wanted to show me off, you know, and stuff like that, and it really made me feel good. Now, how this whole situation happened, how I get to realize that I'm not the main girl in the whole scenario, Zin, boom, How I knew I wasn't the main chick, okay? I got introduced to one of his girlfriends, and the first thing that I saw in that girl was her ass. And I was like, damn, them time the false body never did I wear. No one was celebrating curviness, and that girl she was just sitting right. Body wise, face wise, pretty girl, nice girl. He introduced us, and I really took to her because I really liked how she looked, and we exchanged numbers, right? So, you know, me and her became friends behind his back. And one day, I don't know what happened. I think she hit me up and she was like, yo, I never saw you at such and such black bachelor party. I think that was the conversation. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, there was like champagne popping, club hopping, him getting into confrontation at the club with people and pulling out his gun, and that motherfucker. Yep, that's what she told me. Like, this nigga had a whole bachelor party and I didn't know anything about it. This is my man. Niggas ain't shit. But anyways, when that happened and she said that to me, I was like, oh, okay, so you guys had fun? She was like, yeah. I never even make her aware of anything. Like, I was clueless, or I thought I was his girlfriend, because I knew he was seeing other women. I was introduced to some of these girls that he was sleeping with, but I felt more comfortable with him introducing me to the women that he's sleeping with, because at least he's being honest. When you have to hide something or play with my intelligence, that's gonna make me tight. You get me? So when that whole scenario happened, I call his phone, nothing. Text his phone, no response. A girlfriend of mine, a butch girl that I used to hang out with, she came one day and she said, look at your man in the paper, in the Observer. And there he was with his bitch, hand in hand. Congratulations, such and such got married at such and such and such and such, and this, that, and the third. Yep, I saw it in the paper, and honestly I felt betrayed, but I wasn't that overwhelmed with any emotions and stuff like that, because I told you, from my first relationship, I don't think I've ever loved anyone that deeply ever again. You get me? So when I saw it, yes, I was hurt, and yes, I felt like this nigga isn't shit, but it wasn't like I was devastated or anything like that. You get what I'm saying? After that, him come back, and he came back with gifts, obviously, and no, lie me I tell, that's not what happened. I was supposed to pay a bill, and it was coming towards that time for me to pay the bill, and I was at work. Yes, I think at the time I started working, because I did move out of my people them house and drop out of school and everything, and I think I started to work, and then I was at work and he called me and he was like, yo, where are you? And I was like, congratulations. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I heard about your little soiree, your little wedding, and you know, you're a husband now, and I saw it in the clean and everything. And he totally just blew it off like it was nothing. And his conversation was like, yo, when am I seeing you? That's all he said to me. When am I seeing you? So it's like, yo, I'm at work right now. I don't know. You're the one who's married. You know where I live. You pay the bills. You know. I don't, you know? So he's like, yo, I'll see you. I'll call you later. So I was like, okay. And yes, I'm not gonna even hide it. We did fuck after that. We still did a fuck. I was in his house downstairs. His wife was upstairs. Okay? Savage shit. His wife was upstairs. I was downstairs. He came downstairs sometimes. He went upstairs sometimes. And one morning he came for his shoes downstairs, and his wife was calling him, and he had to rush out and close the door and went back upstairs. And I was there for a week, and she was in the house, and his friends used to just joke about it, like, you weren't scared, like saying stuff to me like you weren't scared and blah blah blah. And I was like, scared of what, you know? Because I didn't know she existed. Like, what was I supposed to do? I'm just out here living my best life. He was supposed to be my man, and I don't know what you expected me to do. Okay, I just know that we were together and he got married while we were together. And I didn't break up with him because he got married. A lot of people are going to have a lot of things to say probably when they watch this video, but I honestly don't care. So that's what happened. That's my experience of my man getting married while we were together. And we were still friends after that. I never felt like I couldn't call him. I never felt like I couldn't text him. I never felt loved any less, you know. And I just knew that it wasn't anything for me to take personal. I just knew that it was benefiting me, wherein that he would take care of stuff for me. If I need a bill paid, he would do it. If I need groceries, he would do it. If I need money to do something, pay for something, he would do it. You get me? So it wasn't interrupting my life. I was still living my life, but it's not like I would have like men coming to my house because he's paying bills, and I have to respect that. But I was still living. I was still seeing other people. I was still just doing what I was supposed to do, and he was still around, and we were still together up until I left Jamaica. We were still cool. We still used to hang out. I got fat and was still used to hang out because, listen, we just genuinely had a good understanding. We're the same sign. He's a Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio. And he would genuinely say stuff to me like, Chin, you are so smart. And he would just give me the best advices, and he never made me feel like I couldn't do better with myself. You get me? Or he never made me feel like I didn't deserve any better than I already had. And I appreciated that. You get me? And even though he was married and stuff like that, I honestly didn't care. And sometimes I go on social media and I hear so many people talking shit about him, and I hear people talking shit about his marriage, and I'm like, yo, leave these people alone, because you don't know why she married this man. And I think a lot of people are mad because they want to be in a position that he's not letting them into. Probably some of the girls are mad because him probably just have sex with them and toss them to the side. He's not the type of person who's going to let you in and let you see his soul unless he really likes you like that. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people were mad, and a lot of people were throwing out their allegations and saying all different shit about him on this website that I saw. And I was like, yo, I wasn't saying it all over, but I'm thinking to myself, I know who he is. I know that he's genuine. I've seen this man cry before. I've seen his soul before. So I know he's a good person. He's not a bad person, because yes, he probably cheats on his wife, but why is it that he's responsible for her feelings and her decisions? As a woman, you already know the type of situation you're getting into. Or probably like me, I didn't know what I was getting into, but I had a decision to leave and I stayed. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm picking up for any man, or I'm saying that it's right to cheat on your wife. What I'm really saying is that in every situation you have a choice. Women don't like to make decisions off of their own strength and their own beliefs. I don't think a lot of women do that. They rather sit it out, wait it out, because them think them can change somebody into what they want them to be. Sweetheart, you can't change no man. You can't change no man's ways. You can't change how him love you. You can't change nothing about this person. As long as this person is giving you everything that you desire, and if it's okay, he's cheating, but I need this money to take care of myself, and that's all that you require, I won't judge you, and I don't think anybody should judge you. It's always a choice. If you choose to stay with somebody who cheats on you, it's not their problem, it's your problem. You don't want to let it go, and that's why you stayed. I didn't want to let go of these whole gifts and this lifestyle, and that's why I stayed. I'm grown enough to admit it. Okay? I stayed because of that. So, like I said, I see people talking smack about him and saying he's this type of person, he's that. He's a good ass person, and people are so quick to jump in other people's lives and say stuff. You don't understand the type of agreement him and his wife have. What if she knows that he's the type of person that sleep with all these women and they talk about it, and she know that she's his wife and she's always gonna be his wife, but she's willing to stick by her husband regardless? You can't change people, man. You can't change people from thinking how they think, you know? That's all I'm saying, and I'm saying this in a very humble way. I mean, you are responsible for whatever decisions you make. Not me, not anyone else. Like, if you choose to stay with somebody because you want to stay with them, then so be it. Okay? So, yeah. I think that wraps up the story, because I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I think that's it. I'm not going to even draw this out any longer. People can talk smack about me, say, oh, you're a slut, you're this, you're that. I don't really care. At least I'm a spit slut. But anyways, guys, I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please do thumbs it up. Leave your comments them down below. I always like to hear from you guys. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.